Hey guys, and welcome to Gwent, the Witcher card game. My name is Jaggerous, and today I have a seasonal Northern Realms list for you guys, and that is for the Entrench seasonal. So in this seasonal, every played unit has Resilience, which means that at the end of the round, it will carry over to the next round if it keeps this status. And the deck that I have for you guys is kind of an all or nothing list for seasonal. I think it's pretty good. I've had a lot of success with it, and that is this Northern Realms Shield Wall list. Now, first and foremost, Resilience is a status, and statuses can be purified. So it's worth being aware of that. You can remove your opponent's carryover by purifying, and Spring Equinox purifies all units on a row, which means that it denies your opponent the ability to carry those cards over. So we've got a couple of those in the list. The list is very consistent because we have Oneiromancy and we have Amphibious Assault. Oneiromancy allows us to play any card from our deck. It also has the Echo tag, so at the beginning of the round, it will move from the graveyard to the top of our deck and have Doomed, so we can play this card twice. And we can also play Amphibious Assault twice. And Amphibious Assault, you may notice, does a similar thing to Oneiromancy. We play a Northern Realms unit from our deck, so although this is any card, this is a Northern Realms unit, with a provision cost of 9 or less, which is everything from Donimir Troy down. And you also boost it by 1 for each provision below the limit. Now, the goal of this list, to be honest, one of the best ways to win is to carry over your engines. So the idea is that we're going to play engines and we're going to carry them over to subsequent rounds. And it also means we can be a bit greedier in round 1. So one of the staple engines we have is our Kerack Frigate. These spawn a volunteer on the row, so on the next turn we click this and we get 2 points. But these are spawned, they're not played, so these won't have Resilience, which is actually good because it means that they won't carry over, so we'll have space to play cards on the next row. Because that's the other risk you have, is that you can play too many cards and have no space. So we spawn a volunteer in the row if we click this, and it has a soldier next to it. So options for soldiers next to it, we have our Temerian Drummers. At the end of turn, boost a unit to your right by 1. So this is also an engine. So we can play the Kerack Frigate along with the Drummer kind of next to each other to make a little engine. Alternatively, we can play the Temerian Drummer next to the Tridam Infantry whenever this unit receives a boost damage a random enemy by 1. So the Drummer would then boost the Tridam every turn, and it damages. We can also use Egmont in the same capacity as the Drummer. He is played, and he has this ability that at the end of your turn, if your order is not used, boost the unit to the right by 1. So basically every turn he'll boost the unit to the right by 1. And also if you play him on the melee row, you have the option of an order where you can damage an enemy unit by 3. Then we have other engines. We have like Anna Strenga, for example, which we can draw with the Oneiromancy or Amphibious Assault. Every allied turn on turn end, boost the unit to the right by 1. Inspired, meaning if it's boosted, boost adjacent units by 1. So one on the left and the one on the right. So we kind of slot this, we can slot this next to, say, an infantry, a Tridam infantry. So it maybe has the Drummer on the left and Anna on the right. It gets boosted by 2 per turn. For thinning, we have our Dunbanner. Whenever Dunbanner receives a boost, summon all copies of it from your deck to this row. And these are also soldiers. So is the Tridam infantry, for example. So is Egmont. So we can quite easily set up our Kerack Frigates. On top of this, we then have Vysogota of Corvo. Now, if your opponent cannot remove Vysogota, that will win you a round. And if your opponent can't remove the Resilience of Vysogota, he will carry over to the next round. So this is kind of one of our big power cards. We play this on the range row, and then every turn, whenever anyone plays a card, he gains 1 charge, which allows him to boost another card by 1. So we can use our shield wall to protect Vysogota, and then every turn we're just boosting our sides of the board and getting more and more points. Similarly, Donimir of Troy, this is our defender, so we can use this to protect Vysogota by playing this on the range row as well. And then, if you have this little engine going, if you can carry that over, say, from round 1 to round 2, that's going to be absolutely devastating for your opponents. We also have Queen Adalia. She allows us to play an additional Northern Realms unit, so maybe an additional frigate or an additional drummer often is the target for that. It's not too bad. We have John Natalis. He's going to allow us to play a warfare card from our deck, such as Amphibious Assault. We also have 2 Boiling Walls in here just for some control. And bear in mind, if you Deathblow, you purify adjacent units. So you can remove the Resilience of the adjacent units to the one that you kill. So that's also super useful. We have Bloody Baron just as a reset. And we have Prince Anseis also for removal. Again, using the shield wall charge onto Prince Anseis means that he will be inspired. So we could play him on the front row and then use the shield wall to boost him so that then we can play his order and duel an enemy unit with a shield, which is really devastating because if you hit them, they hit you back and just hit the shield. Anything else? Yeah, so we've just got one Aedirnian Mauler in here as filler, and we also have a couple Royal Guards. These are soldiers, so we can use them with the Kerack Frigates, and they also give you the ability to boost an allied unit by 2, and if it's inspired, give it armor, so then we can also protect things that need protecting. So, that is the list. We have our engineering solution here as our stratagem, because I think having the extra shield is much more useful than going full tactical advantage, and again, we can use that to protect different cards. So yeah, that's the list. If you like the list, maybe leave a like on this video. And without further ado, I'm going to jump into a seasonal game now, and I'll showcase this deck in action. And remember, you can always upvote the deck list on the Gwent website as well.
I shall not repeat Emir's mistakes.
Okay, so we are up against a double cross. They're going to create and play a card from our hand, which we need to be a little bit wary of. We have double Equinox, which I think is kind of risky in round 1, because you aren't really able to play both of them, because this is like no tempo. So what I'm going to do is mulligan one of these, because we can always get it again with the Oneiromancy. We have a Drummer, we have a Dahlia, which isn't really nice with a Drummer. We have a Frigate, we have a Boiling Oil, and maybe kick the Royal Guard as well, second Boiling Oil. That's not too bad. Now, Nilfgaard can be a little bit of a problematic matchup just because they have a lot of control, and so you need to be kind of a bit aware of the control that they have. But I'm hoping it should be okay. You also need to just be kind of considerate about the order that you play your units.
Long live the Emperor!
Okay, so this is assimilate. We can just kill this. Which I don't hate, to be honest, because it is an engine. We lose out on the benefit of purifying, though, because obviously the Boiling Oil, you want to purify adjacents, and there were no adjacents to purify. However, I think if you leave it a turn and he starts to grow, then it's much more difficult to remove it, which is kind of annoying. And furthermore, playing an uninteractive board, I think is just good.
I have served you.
So we don't really care about this because we have Baron. We could just reset this whenever. So for now, let's start setting up our own units. So let's play a Dahlia. Plus a Drummer, because this is, I think, a more useful engine. And putting a shield on this is good, whereas like the Frigate's a bit healthier, so it's harder for them to remove. And then we can slot the Frigate in, kind of in here. And yeah, the only problem, actually, no, the problem with doing it like that, we'll play the Frigate on the front row, is that the Adalia would block the crew pocket, actually, if I think about it, which is not good.
True love could lift the curse, but who would love such a freak?
So he's going to get his own Drummer.
Everyone has their secrets. Everyone.
But, this is perfect, right? So this is where the Purify... Oh, we don't quite have a Death Blow. I was going to say this is where the Purify is really nice, because we can kill this. I think what I'm going to do... I mean, we can wait on the Brathens. We could just actually kill this instead. And purify the Brathens. And then we're kind of okay with that because they've lost the carryover. We are a wee bit behind though. Like the opponent does have decent tempo. But then Baron onto Glynis is enough points to close the gap. So I think what we're going to do next is we're going to try and get our boat set up. Because we've kind of delayed that a wee bit. These Duchess's informants are really annoying.
Her Grace will not be pleased.
Left, right.
I mean, we can purify it though. Right. It does negate our engine is the kind of issue, right? Like if he plays his own Drummer, then we're both gaining a point per turn. But like I said, we still have Baron onto Glynis for the reset, which is decent. Like that should give us the round. I guess he's just going to keep playing. Bloody hell, he's got a lot of Duchess's informants, doesn't he? He drew 2 plus Brathens. That's quite annoying. So we still have more points per turn.
Army's a waste of time for one like me.
By doing this. Because we get the 2 from the click and the 2 from here. And so we can actually probably afford to... we maybe just duel this, right? And then we can purify. If we duel this, we then also recreate the soldier. Oh, no, he's not a soldier. That's annoying. I mean, Baron's a soldier, so we have that option. We could also go Anna. I don't hate Anna. So let's do that. The only problem actually with this placement is the resilience. Well, I guess the crew pocket doesn't matter. The frigate's going to be slightly annoying next round is the point. Okay, so he's going to lock Anna. So this is where we play the... I think this is where we play the Spring Equinox.
Few poachers dare venture into the Von Morlohum's wood.
Okay, and he's managed to use double cross for an Oneiromancy, which doesn't seem very fair. We're going to duel this right now.
I am no Nilfgaardian.
So let's play this. Hey, we can... Well, actually, it doesn't make a soldier pocket, but whatever.
Have you no honor?
We will
Stand
boost
and
him,
fight.
and we will kill this. That'll do, and then end our turn. Oh, he's playing a lot of cards. Okay, so we got Defender. Okay, that's really annoying, because now we can't reset. Actually, we can if we play... So we play Equinox now, and we just purify this whole row. And then on the next turn, we can play Baron and get ahead. And now he's like, oh. Are we going to have enough space, though? I mean, with all this carryover? And he's passed. Okay. So I think this should be enough. So this is, what, 4? So we get 18 odd points. How many are we down? 46, 56, 66, 20 something. This is like a 20 odd point play. This is a soldier as well. I mean, we get carryover, so even then I'm like not super upset if we don't quite have enough points here. But I think we do because we have more engines. So we'll get 1, 2... Oh, I need to click the boat. I should have used my leader charge. That was a mistake. Because this is locked. So we get 2 points. So it would be a tie, but we would have carryover. Right? I think the tie is fine. Because we get all of this carryover. And he gets none. So we're carrying over these engines, right? We're carrying over this pocket. And then we can go Oneiromancy. Defender? So I don't need the Equinox. I don't really want the Royal Guard either. Tridam. Okay. So let's set up a Tridam pocket. First thing first.
Awaiting your orders.
The only kind of annoying thing with this is like we don't get great value from our frigate. And if he sees as a unit, that's kind of good for us, to be honest. What do I want at Oneiromancy? Defender is decent, but like, I think Egmont is really good. Or we go Natalis. We probably want to Oneiromancy into Natalis. Which we play on the melee row. Into Amphibious Assault. Into... I could go Vysogota. The issue with Vysogota is I don't get that very many turns to actually utilize him. Oh, well, they give up. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if they give up. Hey, GG. Okay, so yeah, that's the deck. We're going to jump into another game down, though, and I'll showcase this deck in action once more for you guys. So don't go anywhere.
The North shall tuck tail and beg for mercy.
Everyone just seems to be playing Nilfgaard. If you notice this, like, I feel like there's a lot of Nilfgaard in seasonal at the moment. So I don't think we need both these Royal Guards. 1 Equinox is good, 1 Dumbana, 1 Drummer, 1 Kerack. We've got Amphibious Assault and a Boiling Oil. I'm going to kick the other Royal Guard, I think. Just because there's better targets in the deck. Like, Royal Guard's kind of a filler card. The only thing you have to be a bit wary of with Royal Guard is it's a good opening play. But, you know, we're not going first.
Quite as much as a wall.
Okay, so he really wants his mantlet to survive. That's my takeaway here. Jesus Christ, that is an early double cross. Problem is it's going to get armor here. Yeah, because of this. So we can murder this. I mean, at the moment he doesn't have a crew pocket, so it's fine. But, like, the 2 armor per turn. How annoying is that going to be for us? I think we just play our own strategy, to be honest with you. And just see what happens. We'll give this a shield. We have our reset as well. Like our Equinox, so that's quite good. I don't know, man. Sometimes it's tricky to say, like, what is the best. So,
As good as dead, that lot.
that had a shield. Friendo, that had a shield. So let's play our wee drummer.
Left, right.
Do we want to give the drummer a shield?
Right.
The thing is, like, we want to give shields to, like, Anseis and Vysogota, so I don't think we can give the drummer a shield here, unfortunately. Okay. So he has the foul ale, which he just used to kill that. But, I mean, we have Anna. I also want to play a soldier, though, so I might just play Egmont. I know that I'm sacrificing his melee ability, but I think that's probably fine.
Succession. What succession?
Because I just want to keep my crew pocket alive. And the other thing is then I can play the Dunbanner, right? Because you want to boost the Dunbanner, really. The issue with this is that the row's going to get quite full. So we can just, oh no, we can't boiling oil it. I'm going to just boiling oil this, she says. No, we can't. Maybe just play Anna then. But then we disrupt the crew pocket, that's the problem. So let's play this.
Aye, aye, sir.
Click this. And then end our turn. The thing is, this isn't even a great row for him to purify, right? Because it's only got 2 units that get carried over on it. Okay, so now he's playing Assimilate Engines. So that's a Baron target, basically. I do want to play my Anna is the thing. We also have Amphibious Assault. I should actually remember that that's a card. So what do we want at Amphibious Assault? If we got a Tridam, that gives us more engine power. We could... Yeah, I think like the Tridam's not bad. Or another Drummer, but I need to set up something on the front row, really. The alternative is we play Anseis and we just kill Francis. Like, how problematic do we think this card is? I don't know. Or we just play Anna onto this row. I just get stuff on the melee row, really, is the problem. Let's just get a Tridam.
To arms!
Like this and end our turn. Back row's full. But we are quite far ahead. And so we probably want to purify this row, because these engines aren't that annoying. Which we'll probably do on the next turn. Oh, well he's made us space for clicking our boat, which is nice. I'm like, the row is too full. And my opponent's like, don't worry, baby, I got you. So we have an opportunity to purify here. This and this, or this and this. I guess we go back row. So let's just remove their carryover. And then we can always Baron the Mantlet. If this guy could shoot these, that would be great. This doesn't have a deployability.
You will pay for this. You all will pay.
Mr. Opponent. So I guess we just Baron the Mantlet. We could play Anna here and shield her. Let's do that. Because now this guy gets 2 boosts per turn. The risk we have is that we lose all of our carryover, but I think we can probably hero pass on the next turn. Right?
Hail, Kertzer.
Like, we're up. We're getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points per turn. So we're getting 5 points per turn. So we're on 37. 2 turns, we're on 42. So this is our pass. Yeah, this is just the pass.
Follow me!
I don't think this is going to get him ahead. Like, maybe he's thinking he can go down loads of cards and then just get carryover. But he doesn't even have that much carryover. And we still have decent tempo plays in hand. Yeah, he's still not ahead. Oh, dear. Like, if that's a Purify as well. Like, I'm still getting... What did I say? 5 points per turn? Oh my god. All of the Francis Bedlam boosts. Okay, so he's managed to get ahead of me. But I'm carrying over Tridam, Anna, Dunbanner, Kerack Frigate. And he has 3 cards down. And bear in mind, everything I play this turn gets carried over. So we don't have a bronze at the moment for Adalia. I'm going to kick the wolf. Vysogota's good. I think we just have to throw Adalia here. Yeah, which was the correct thing to do. Because we ain't got no bronze cards. We ain't got no bronze cards. We ain't got no bronze cards. Yeah, this is just... It's a solid list. I think, like, it's difficult because there's so many things to control. And you don't even have the option that you would usually have of passing. You're like, oh, I can't control all these things, so I'm just going to pass and get out of the round. Because then your opponent just carries them over anyway. So the question then becomes, how many points do we need? Show me the points. He has 21, so I need 7 points. Actually, I click this. I need 5 points to get ahead at the moment. Mr. Opponent. Okay. So we have a carryover defender now. So that's the thing. We have knowledge. And he doesn't like knowledge. Oh, he passed. Okay. So we could just play the knowledge and it'll get carried over. The defender's going to get carried over anyway. So then if we play that, we basically get set up with the Vysogota with carryover. And how many extra cards? A few.
Another battle. Another entry in the Chronicle.
Just click the boat. End our turn. And then we pass. And then we basically have Donimir and Vysogota set up. I feel a bit bad. A little bit. Just a little bit. And then I guess we could get Tridam. Right, Adalia. Okay, Adalia Drummer's good. Let's kick this Oneiromancy. Well, we drew all of our gold cards, so, you know. Life is good. I mean, we have cards up. There's no way we're losing at this point.
There are things in the universe of which even the
There we go.
sages have not dreamt.
Again and again.
And we'll just boost this. And then our opponent is sad. Because we have 19 points. And he has 0. And we have... Well, we also have 2 card advantage. I think round 1 just kind of went south for him. We didn't even get that much value from the Spring Equinoxes. Like, you could maybe make an argument for not including them, but then there's occasionally times when they're really nice, you know?
Quite the menial task.
So let's put this here.
Army's a waste of time for one like me.
And then we'll boost this a couple times. Do we give this I guess we can just give this a shield, right? Because Anseis, we can just throw Vysogota buffs onto, because we have double lasse. Which isn't really a problem. What did I want with Amphibious Assault again? I mean, I guess a frigate? And then we can play Natalis, who's a soldier. I guess we'll boost this as well. Yeah, I mean, this is just like the slow but inevitable demise of my opponent. I should actually probably play an Oneiromancy Equinox just because I have a quest to play Purify. So I want to kind of actually play my Purify cards here. So you lock this. So let's play this.
Temeria has yet to
This
speak
has
its
Purify in
last.
its name as well. Oh, I put this on the wrong place. I was meant to put the soldier here. But, you know. We have a Baron. He's a soldier too. So it's fine. It's fine. I feel like it's going to look so BM though, because I'm like Oneiromancying myself. Oh, actually, I can reset the lock, right? And then it's not BM because it's actually strategic. There we go. Look at this. Look at this strategy. Strategy. Ooh, if he has Igni, I mean, we still win, but at least we like, you know, he gets to burn 2 10s. I don't know, this game was a kind of a disaster for him from round 1. Like, we're just going through the motions at this point. We are just going through the motions. But yeah, that's the thing with this deck, is like, if you can get things to stick and carry over, it's pretty much GG. And if they remove your cards, or they have enough like Purify and they can stop you, then, you know, then they win. It's kind of, like I said, all or nothing. You shouldn't probably row stack as much as I did in this video because of row Purifies. But never mind.
Verily?
Then we're just gonna pass. There's no point dragging this out, right? Let's not be that person. Let's not be that person. I ain't about that life. So yeah, that is my seasonal Northern Realms list. It is a solid list, and I feel like Shield Wall in general is just solid anyway, so it has a lot of cards that you would use in ranked. So it's quite a good list for seasonal, that you don't have to craft too many extra things. Like maybe you want to make some equinoxes. Is that the plural of equinox? Equinoxes? I don't know. Somebody will know. Beyond that, if you like this video, like I said, you can leave a like and you can upvote the deck on Playground website. The link will be in the description below. You can always subscribe to the channel for more Gwent content. I know that my content is a bit haphazard at the moment, but I'm currently studying and stuff, so my life is just a bit haphazard at the moment, so I'm doing my best. I'm doing my best. I'll make videos when I can. Beyond that, have a awesome day. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and maybe I will catch you next time. Bye! Oh, I've got a border. Look at that.